Guys, there are people right now watching Superman as I speak. That is correct. I'm not jealous. You're jealous. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. That's right. Welcome to Film Junkee Live. Good to see you guys. Hit that like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, do all the things. Oh, we got plenty to talk about. We got plenty of more Superman promos. Superman. It's going to be Superman for the next couple of weeks or so. And then, yes, there is a special presentation happening on the Warner Brothers lot that, what the hell, I thought I was on the Warner Brothers payroll. I thought I was a plant. I didn't get invited. Oh, this is all green screen. I'm actually there, guys. This is all green screen behind me. I'm actually there. No, it's crazy. And then, of course, you have Denis, Villeneuve, Denis, 007. That was big news that just happened today, so we'll talk about that. And then, of course, we got F1 coming out this week, so we'll look at those reviews. That's a movie I'll be seeing, of course, with a nice group of people tomorrow. Summer blockbuster season is here, folks. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, yeah, let's see. Yeah, and then, of course, we have Ironheart. I watched the first episode of Ironheart, so I wanted to give my thoughts on that. So, anyways, is it messing up again? Is the stream messing up? I see some people just like, saying that it's messing up. Alright, so, well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not messing up too bad. I don't know. I think we're good. Okay, we're good. I don't know. Sometimes like, sometimes, I don't know. I think it's the bad part about live streaming is when you look at the live, sometimes it's not on my end, it's on people's end, and then they type out like, oh my God, and I'm like, there's nothing happening. So it gets very distracting. I gotta not pay attention to that, but of course, hard not to. But anyways, guys, yeah. So we'll be talking about things, and hopefully you guys had a good couple of days. There's a Superman screening happening right now. We'll talk about it a little bit. We'll see if any reactions come out. I don't know. Who knows? I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie, but hey. Yeah, what could he do? It's Wine Wednesday. That's all that matters. So cheers, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. We got Arkham Knight. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Just get D-Man7 mad again. Did I get him mad last time? Oh, man. So, I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. Like I said, if I see it good on my end, I don't know. Hopefully, like I said, sometimes YouTube gets a little wonky and maybe the output gets a little wonky, but yeah. Anyways, all right, guys. I don't really have much to talk about at the top of this. No, it's fine. It's hot here in Southern California. That's about it. That's all I got. I'm trying to think. Did anything else? No, nothing really exciting happened in the last couple of days, but I'm really excited about tomorrow because I'm looking forward to F1, especially since I watched Brad Pitt on a podcast. That was pretty crazy. Brad Pitt on a podcast. He was on the Dak Shepard podcast. What is it called? The Armchair Expert or whatever. And I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. And they talked for like 2.5 hours. Well, it was a little less than that, but about 2 hours. So it was cool to listen to some of the things that Brad Pitt actually had to say and talk about, getting sober, going to AA, and hitting rock bottom. I think we all know, certain things that have come out specifically when it comes to kids and his ex that we've heard bad things about. Which, it's kind of funny because when I was listening to him, I'm like, yeah, I get it. He probably has some really bad things that's happened, just like a lot of these people do. But it's sad that in a world that, and it's just like, okay, so if he was in a really bad place where he did really terrible things, and then he went to go fix himself, he went to go clean up, he went to resolve his bad habits, everything bad. It's just, to me, I'm like going, okay, that's a good thing, right? Not what we want people to do. But I think people nowadays, they don't care. Even if if you do something bad, you're bad forever. They cast you out. You get cast out, and everything. So, I mean, but unless the behavior continues and we keep hearing about it, then sure. But if it's like past stuff and then he tries, or anybody, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those things I was kind of thinking about, listening to him talk about going to AA and everything and cleaning up. So, yeah, and, you know, and it's always one side of it, right? It's always that. So, anyways, guys, hopefully you're doing good. Let's see. I didn't even pull up the chat right here, so let's see who's out there. Traveling for events. Wah? Clone Avenger, what's happening? Let us normal folk know how Superman is, since, you know, you're on... Yeah, I know, right? Apparently, I'm not good enough to get a fucking invite. What are we doing here? What's going on, Axel? What up, Dave, in chat? 2 days ago was the 10-year anniversary Batman Arkham Knight. I've been watching Family Guy lately, and now I'm watching The Sound of Music. It's pretty good. Very random. Arkham Knight to Family Guy to Sound of Music. Pretty interesting, but hey, that sounds like quite... It sounds like to go from Family Guy to Sound of Music, that sounds like quite a night there, Axel. Ryan, what's happening? We got Dell. Good to see you, bud. We got Arkham Knight 99. D-Man 7, and lots of reactions are out for the screen. Are they already out? We'll look them up. Have you seen the Superman and Fantastic Four merchandise hot topic? No, I have not. You know what sucks is because, you know, I used to live in a spot that had a mall right around the corner that had a boxed lunch and had a hot topic, so I would be able to see it. But I don't live in that city anymore, so I no longer get to see that. Yeah, that sucks, but... Anyways, please, Dave. Denis Villeneuve. See, Ninja Gamer's one of those sticklers that, you know, because, you know, sometimes some of us have, you know, we have little things that happen in our brains where, you know I do. I have like a little bit of something where, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, but I have sometimes problems pronouncing stuff. And Ninja Gamer's one of those guys that just is like, fuck it, hey man, he gets upset, you know. So thank you for pointing that out, that I can't pronounce things right. Okay, yeah, douchebag says what? Anyways, okay. Jeez, you had a refresh. Sorry, not my fault. All right, so Monique, what do you got going on? Happy Wednesday. Leftover night, French onion chicken, Picasso melon, and watermelon. Wow. God, you're just always making me hungry there, Monique. I tell you what. What's going on, Indiana Jake? Good to see ya. See, hola, Dave. Denis. Sorry, Ninja Gamer. I know you're going to get upset again. Is going to do a kick-ass job. I would have loved to see his take on Man of Steel. Everybody always goes to superheroes. Come on, man. Anything that he would touch, yeah, sounds good, but... I would not want him to go to the superhero realm. That's for damn sure. But, you know, I see your point there, Lane. Brendan, what's happening? We got Versus Seed. Yep, you good. All right. Who else we have? What's going on? Everyone got upset when Cyborg didn't want to say booyah, but everyone was okay if Ben decides it's not clobbering time. Well, Booyah is they're both cringy in my book. I really wish that there was neither one of them, so I don't fit in any of that, so. Good to see you, buddy. Yes, let's see, we got Mr. Gonzalez, 09, what's happening? We got Joe. And, of course, hey, we got Sydney Sweeney's boobs. Let's have a booby party. Gotta love that, so. Samir, what's happening? Dude! Great choice to direct Bond. Yeah, now we got to see who's going to be James Bond. We got James Gunn here, too, so. Oh, you arrogant fool. Aren't you at a Superman screening right now? What are we doing here? James Gunn, you weirdo. All right, let's get to the tweets. Not that many tweets, so we'll get through them pretty quickly. And, I talked about this on Monday's show. I talked about how Jurassic World Rebirth... that it's getting mixed reviews, that, you know, a lot of people are just like, oh, yeah, it's good to see a good, like, you know, hey, there's dinosaurs, there's people, there's the island, it's that same formula that we've had. But then there's some people going, there's nothing new here. And here's a perfect example that I saw right here from this tweet from Courtney Howard, who is a critic who does LA Film Critics. So right here, Courtney Howard says, if you're going to Jurassic World Rebirth exclusively for epic dynamite mayhem, you won't be disappointed. 2 white knuckle sequences, that's great. Human stakes are weightless and reductive of others in the franchise. Emptily channels movie references without innovating nor improving upon them. So there you go. I mean, there's only so much you could do, you know. I mean, I know the super loud diehard Snyder fans that are rooting Superman to bomb, and they are trying to hype up Jurassic World so much, and I'm going, you guys don't really have something here. But then again, who knows? Because the general audience does like them some dinosaurs, so it could still do fairly well. I just have a feeling it's going to underperform. I don't know. I just have this feeling that Jurassic World Rebirth is going to underperform. But that's just me. That's just me. That's all. Brandon Sklenar. I'll say that again. I kind of cheesed that one up. Ninja Gamer's going to get upset because I just cheesed that one up again. Brandon Sklenar. You guys know that I've been a champion of the fan cast of Brandon Sklenar as Batman, because I don't know, I haven't really seen him much, but hearing his voice, looking at his face, he got chiseled looks, he's pretty built, and I just kind of thought, like, yeah, maybe he could possibly be that, and apparently he's been asked, and he's totally down for it, and I think James Gunn has probably considered him, but, you know, he'll go through the process, and we'll see what happens when it comes to who gets cast as Batman. But I'm just saying that Brandon Sklenar, he just posted this a couple of days ago, and one of my friends actually sent this to me. Sent this to me. Oh my God. I just got a message right here. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. One of my friends sent this to me, and I was like, well, I mean, if he gets cast as Batman, he really does not have to get in superhero shape. He doesn't. He's already in superhero shape. He's already in Batman shape. Look at that. He decides, oh yeah, I'm just going to take a little image right here. He's just like, it seems like he's getting more ripped and more ripped and more ripped. Dude's already there. They don't have to do like a fucking, what did Ben Affleck said he had to like work out for 14 months to get into Batman shape? It was something like that, 14 months. Brandon Sklenar don't have to do that. He's already there. He's already there. And then it's funny too, because again, you know, dudes in my mentions just like go like, oh yeah, but he's gonna get put, they're gonna make a bat suit that doesn't show his muscles, gonna be like covered and hiding all his muscles. And I'm going, oh yeah, you really like to see your superhero muscles, don't you? You like to see their muscles. You love seeing their rippling muscles through a t-shirt. You like that? You really, Jesus Christ. I swear, comic book movie nerds are the worst when judging another man's physique. It's so weird. And we've gotten a lot of that ever since Pattinson. And it's, I guess, I don't know, it's weird. It's very strange. I don't know why, but hey, what could he do? But he's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good. Well, let's see. Do we have any more? I don't know if we have more of this. Street Fighter. That's right, Street Fighter. Well, we talked about on Monday when it came to casting of Chun-Li. I can't remember the actress's name, but bringing up her picture, she's pretty damn gorgeous, I will say that. But now apparently it's been official that the director of Street Fighter, Katayo Sakara, is, you know, he's the one that's directing Street Fighter. He basically confirmed that we have ourselves a Balrog. Balrog, the boxer character, of course, in Street Fighter, is apparently going to be played by 50 Cent. 50 Cent is going to be played by Balrog. What? Whoa. So that was confirmed. Was any of the others confirmed? Because I think like some of them are confirmed, but no, I don't know. That's seems to be the only one that's confirmed, and the Chun-Li one, and the Chun-Li casting is confirmed. I'm not seeing anything else. Really not seeing anything else. Oh man, I forgot. Oh yeah, there's that too. I'm really not seeing anything else, but that's crazy. And then of course we have, I don't know if you guys saw this though. According to Deadline, according to Deadline, when it comes to Aaron Sorkin, you know who Aaron Sorkin is? He's written a lot of great things in the past. Of course, he wrote the first Social Network. Well, he's always been teasing that there is going to be a sequel, which is kind of interesting because you don't really see sequels to, like, quote-unquote biopics. But at the same time, it's like Mark Zuckerberg did, you know, after Facebook was created, he still was very much in the news and very much like there could be stuff added to it. And Social Network Part 2 is in the works with Aaron Sorkin returning to write and direct. So in the Deadline article, it actually specifically says that. So we're going to be getting a Social Network Part 2, and I'm, of course, sure that Jesse Eisenberg is going to be returning for sure. And then how are we feeling about the new Fantastic Four trailer, huh? There's a new one. Did you guys see it? Let's check it out. Look at this. We got the new trailer.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic
They don't look that happy to be there. Alert!
Mr. Fantastic.
Superhero landing.
Invisible Woman. Human Torch.
Oh, wow.
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the date.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon.
Oh, wow. So there's a cartoon of Fantastic Four in this world. Okay.
Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
Whoop. That's not good.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald.
That was actually a pretty cool shot, to be honest.
Galactus.
What is that? Get us out of here, man! Come on! Are we safe?
I don't know.
There's little baby
clock's
Franklin.
ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him?
I like that. The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting to something
Family.
bigger
It's
than
about
yourself.
family.
We'll face it together. As a family.
Family. Vin Diesel's pissed.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What
Look at that, he's got a
time is it,
beard.
Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna.
Say it!
It's a good trailer. It probably is the best trailer, to be honest. I mean, it probably is the best trailer. I mean, that really showed a lot. Everything looked pretty clean right there. I mean, I think that was a little cringy at the end. Say it, the whole clobbering time thing. I mean, I'm sure the people who are, you know, nitpicking everything about Superman and saying how cheesy things are and Superman doesn't act like this, they're like, yay, yay. Because now they're Marvel Studios fans. Remember, James Gunn, he was a Marvel Studios plant to come over to DC and drive fans over to be Marvel fans. And it worked for certain fans. It definitely did because, man, people are like, I'm like, wait a minute. I thought you didn't like this kind of cheesy stuff, but you're, okay. Anyways, looks like a pretty good trailer. Sorry, just pointing out the hypocrisy that's all over the place. All right, and they're doing it, guys. They're doing it, guys. I talked about this last week, and I did not think they were actually going to do it because, to me, I'm like, this doesn't really make too much sense. But apparently, according to this, and who knows, and I think some people even responded to this going like that work at AMC theaters are actually going, oh, yeah, this is actually happening. But I talked about how AMC is like, oh, we're going to be putting like premium ads which show up right before the movie and blah, blah, blah. And then people were going, well, what if they actually just give the times of when the movie actually starts as opposed to like the actual show times? Well, AMC displays a message saying the movie will start 25 to 30 minutes after the start time is listed. So I guess this is going to be fucking annoying as hell. I don't even know if I want to go in AMC anymore. 25 to 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. 25 to 30 minutes. So if your movie starts at 5, you could literally get there 28 minutes later. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is ridiculous. I'm like, okay, I can't even, that just doesn't even make sense. It's like, okay, so people are going to be showing up late, and that's going to be annoying as hell. Good Lord, man. Ugh. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks, no thanks, no thanks. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, not much there. Why, AMC? Right? Why? Why? I always show up 15 minutes later. I like to go there like when the trailers start. I don't like being one of those. I hate it when people show up like right as the movie starts, or it's even worse when the movie has started and there's like 4 people showing up. They got their fucking loud ass boxes. They're like looking around because it's dark. So then they have to so they're like, I'm like, come on, get here before the movie starts at least. That's very distracting. Actually, very, very, very distracting. So, all right. Let's go over some things right meow. And we got some new shots. We got some new everything. A lot of things happening. What the hell is that? Okay, so we got James Gunn even posting things. We got so many things, just little things, and even one like specific thing where I was like, what the hell is that? What? We don't know what the hell. Okay. We already talked about that, so that's good. We already talked about that. All right, I think that's it. Already showed that. Okay. First thing that we should talk about, of course. Miss Taskmaster! Did I say her name right? Oh, I'm probably saying her name wrong too. Jesus Christ. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And some people were like, oh yeah, James Gunn's going to probably put that. You know how Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor just yells out for her like that throughout the movie? And we just, it's kind of annoying, but kind of funny. It was funny for the time. And, a lot of people were just kind of going like, oh, guarantee you James Gunn's going to put that in there. Of course he's going to put that in there, because why wouldn't you put that in there? Well, guess what? He's not putting that in there because it wouldn't make fucking sense. Right here, somebody asked if Lex is gonna scream out the name. He's like, nope. And then somebody was like, why? And he goes, because how often do you call your girlfriend Miss in 2025? What? Yeah. It looks like little Jimmy Gunn's right there is being a little logical. He's not gonna put an Easter egg for Easter egg's sake. He's like, no, that wouldn't make sense. It's his girlfriend in 2025. You call your girlfriend Miss? No, I'm not going to do that. Thank God. Thank God. That's not going to happen. But then I'm wondering, what if like somebody else ends up yelling it? So there's always a chance of somebody else possibly yelling it. So I wouldn't put that past. Crazy. Oh, yeah. And if you guys want to know this too, I mean, again, this is what's funny. This is what's funny because when it came to the Snyder Cut movement, when it came to fighting for, getting the Snyder Cut out, we also wanted DC to be its own thing. We wanted something that, Marvel Studios is a thing, even though it's part of Disney. So we wanted something for DC in a similar vein. We were always talking about it. There should be like its own. And then they tried to do something where it was like DC Films, but Walter Hamada's a fucking dumb fuck. Didn't know what to do when it came to that. They didn't know what to do. They had some kind of plan, didn't work, nothing worked, everything fell apart. And then when James Gunn comes in and they established DC Studios, it was like, all right, that's what we wanted, right? We don't want Warner Brothers to be like screwing things up again. No Warner Brothers or whatever the hell. And everything, so, and it was like, okay, and that's what we wanted. But then, of course, when it came to certain people, they just like, folded their arms like, yeah, but we didn't want you to run it. No, screw you, James Gunn. But it's like, yeah, but he's still doing the things that we wanted. We wanted, the artist to tell a story and not be interfered by the big studio and let these people tell their stories where it doesn't get interfered and it's all collaborative and everything's, nice and ready to go. Pre-production is good. They're not just going to run by the seat, they're not going to be flying by the seat of their pants. Well, guess what, guys? When it comes to Superman, you're not even going to see the Warner Brothers logo in the beginning. James Gunn says there's no WB intro. It's a DC... Where's it at? Come on. Ah, it didn't work. Damn it. My applause thing didn't work. Why does it work sometimes and why? I don't know. Okay, fine. Well, that didn't work. But yes, I'm just saying. Yeah. Screw you, WB. You don't even get an intro. I mean, I'm sure at Warner Brothers, you'll see the name in there, but you're not going to get the intro of Warner Brothers, which is going to be weird. It is going to be kind of weird to watch a Superman film or just anything DC and not see Warner Brothers, see the tower. It is going to be weird. That is going to be weird. I love that. So it's going to be, it's crazy. Oh, did it freaking... I don't know what's happening. God damn it. I see you guys are, things are just going crazy again. Sorry. I guess the output's just not working well. I don't know. My computer's been acting up, so maybe it is something on my end. I'm sorry. It's not choppy on my end right here, but maybe the output is just not doing so well. I don't know. So, sorry. Anyways. Yeah, they don't have the Disney castle in the beginning, so that makes sense. Yeah, like what you said right there, D-Man. See? Exactly. Okay, you guys want to see a heartwarming moment, too, from, what's happening when it comes to the Superman, like they've been showing 30 minutes, they've been doing all the stuff. Here's a heartwarming moment right here. And, regardless of how you feel about everything, I mean, yeah, you can't help but have this be a heartwarming moment. Look at it. This kid, his name is Kal-El. Look at that, yeah. He's like, I don't know what to do. He's just like posing. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, but watch. The heartwarming part is right here. Oh my God. Look at Rachel Brosnahan. She's like, oh my God. But yeah, that's like the best part of the whole video right there. It's the fact that he's like, oh, I'm gonna come back and hug Superman. But yeah, look at Rachel's reaction right there. She's like, oh my God. She's about ready to cry, and then of course at the end she's like, oh my God. She's teary-eyed. Gotta love that. And yes, that is quite a dress she's wearing. We'll agree with that, for sure. We don't need to look at... Well, I mean, we got another promo right here. Oh, promo with just a little more footage going on.
Luther, he's gonna hurt people. We have to stop him.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Left the left.
Crypto?
You have a dog? You think this is going well?
I think I'm doing a good job. PG-13.
That's a good little TV spot. I'm telling you. The more I see from this, the more I'm going, yeah, I think James Gunn's done what I was asking for when this whole thing started. The more I see it, the more I'm thinking, like, the more I see this footage, I'm going, give me Superman the Animated Series. Give me a balance between Donner and Snyder. Give me a balance. And yeah, it might not be a perfect balance. Things might lean, one way or the other. It's probably going to lean more Donner, sure. But at the same time, just give me fucking Superman the Animated Series. And everything that I see from it, I'm like, okay, I think he's done it. What is this? James Gunn, what do you do? What? Okay, so he posted an image, and the image is interesting because, well, when we see this character in the trailers and the footage, it's Ultraman, and we see him, it just kind of looks like, Black Noir from The Boys, and so it's just like, okay, cool, that's Ultraman, that's him, that's whatever. But then he posts this image right here, which looks like, what is this? Nightmare Ultraman? What? Look at that. So, like, his costume is looking a little crazy, a little funky. Man, seems like he's down in that pit where Batman was before Superman came down with all those parademons, huh? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It says nowhere near Snyder. Yeah, I'm talking about a balance. Well, okay, well, the thing is about that, why does everybody telling me that it's BVS light? Guys, I'm just listening to people. Yeah, I don't know how many times I got saying it's BVS light. They're doing the same thing at BVS, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Okay. But yeah. So I'm not sure, like, when it comes to that Ultraman and the way that his costume looks right there and dirt, I'm like, okay, so that must be a behind the scenes, but where is that? Where does that take place? It almost looks like you could see, like, I don't know. It's just very interesting. It's very crazy. Very crazy. And then we're going to be starting getting a little character, like, little clips or whatever when it comes to Superman. And we already have one for, of course, Guy Gardner. Oh, this is just them talking about the Justice Game.
What's it called again?
Justice Gang.
That's a working name.
Could very well prove to be permanent, though.
There you go. So, of course, Guy Gardner comes up with a stupid name that is the Justice Gang. Of course, that makes sense that Guy Gardner does that. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Guy Gardner, he's just like that. E.T. We got some behind the scenes. We got some images right there. Suit looks pretty good. Look at that cape. Cape's the best part. This is behind the scenes stuff. This is not Lex and Superman like joining forces at the end or something like that. We got some Fortress of Solitude stuff, so. Yeah, there it is. So we got some of that. Some behind the scenes. Again, the back of that cape just looks really good. It's my favorite part of the costume is the back of that cape. Superman doing Superman things. This is for a Dairy Queen, I guess, part of a Dairy Queen ad that this is actually going to be a part of. But we kind of saw this in the behind. This is actually in the movie, I believe. So, and yeah, of course, that's, okay, now I realize that that's the kaiju foot. So he's lifting up that kaiju foot. That's another thing I brought up on the Vodka stream. Again, it's just funny because I don't mean to. I mean, I didn't mean to, like, say stuff like when it came to, like, Lane, Stephanie, and whatever the heck. It's like nothing's like Superman. But I'm like, okay, but I'm hearing things. It's nothing like Snyder's work. Nothing. I'm like, no, it's not nothing. Especially when I got a barrage of mentions from people when it was after the other trailer came out saying, oh, it's BVS Light. He's just copying Zach. And I'm just kind of going, well, there's a balance, and that's the thing. And then when I get other people, too, especially like on last week's Vodka stream, where, the thing is that I've noticed, and like I said, when it comes to people who are not being the crazy Snyder fans, who are just kind of just, Snyder fans, and then they're looking at this, like I said, they're sitting back and they're folding their arms, and they're going, wait a minute, well, I'm just saying, they're doing that. They're waiting. The box office not looking good. Just stuff like that. Because I was like, you have somebody people on the panel, and my friends and stuff like that. And I even had to say it. I even said it last week. I'm like, I even said it's because it's James Gunn. I said that because we're talking about the Fleischer animated shorts and talking about how much those are great. And then James Gunn says, yeah, he based some of that on there. And literally in the Fleischer one, in one of the Fleischer shorts, he takes on a kaiju. It's all just, oh, you just don't like who's directing it. That's it. Just admit that. You don't like who's directing it. That's all. Nothing wrong with that. I get it. And then you got this Superman poster, which is, you know, it's floaty heady. It's floaty heady, but it looks pretty sharp. Right here. So this is an international one. I think this is what? China? It's just from China? Yeah. China. So it's a little floaty heady, but not, it's pretty sharp though, I will say. I don't know. There's something really pretty sharp about it. Not gonna lie. It actually, for a floaty heady poster, it's actually not bad because it's not just a group of floaty headies. There's actually like, you know, there's actually a little bit of style added to it, I will say. So, little retro. I like the little box that it's in. It's trying to keep that little retro thing, little nostalgic thing. So, nothing wrong with that. And then James Gunn posted this. He said, meet Stephen Blackheart as Sidney Happerson in Superman in a shot live off the monitor. So he took that off the monitor. Ah! So something bad's happening right there. That's pretty crazy. And I guess that's him right there in this shot. Who's a character from the books. What? James Gunn putting characters from the books in his movies? That's crazy. Let's see, and then of course we have this. Oh yeah, we got yeah, there's that. Well, we don't have to show every little thing, but we could show this one, of course, but I'm gonna have to mute the music because again, these guys were having way too much fun behind the scenes because they knew in the age of short attention spans and TikTok, they knew that, hey, you know, when they're setting up shots, when they're doing everything, basically there was probably like a whole other unit that was handling, okay, we got to shoot some promos, we got to shoot some short videos, some short range videos for like TikTok and all that kind of stuff. And they basically using, of course, the theme song from Full House. Yeah, so they do the whole, oh yeah, we do an intro thing. Ha. And there's Lois. God damn. Okay. I'm not going to say that I... All right. not going to say it, guys. I'm not going to say it with her either. Yeah. So, of course, they do the whole sitcom intro. And, hey, there's Wendell Pierce. So. And then showing some behind the scenes. Yeah, look at that. Jeez. They're having fun. They're having fun behind the scenes. Come on. Good to see you. And then James Gunn posted this as well. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's Chloe. And I'm going, oh my God, the cape. I love me some cape porn. That's one of the things that I love. It's one of the things that I love about these superhero movies in live action is the capes. The capes are always just good. The way that they flap in the wind, the way that they do this, that, and the other thing. And I'm just like, the cape looks really cool right there. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, guys, I'm still wondering, when is this Superman can anybody tell me when this Superman marketing is going to kick into gear? I just, you know, I'm waiting for it. It seems like there's like nothing. I mean, we've been complaining every day. When's the Superman marketing going to be happening and everything like that? You know, I mean, it's in Times Square now, but what the hell? I mean, it just seems like they don't give a shit about this Superman movie, but oh my God, there's billboards up in Times Square. Yeah, of course the marketing is fully kicked into gear, but you know, it was just, I remember it was so funny when like, they were just complaining about Superman. And then of course, we have a clip, guys. Yes, more footage that was shown on the Kelly Clarkson show. This is a little tiny clip, but it's a Daily Planet clip, which is cool. And we get some Perry White action with this one.
Lois, you got that flying saucer deal up on the roof?
Yep.
Grant, Drew, come on.
Grab the board, Jimmy.
How many does it hold?
5 or 6. 6.
Okay. Lombard, you two. Why the hell would Lex want half a desert?
There you go. So there's a little Daily Planet clip. A little cheesy with Lombard, I will say that. But again, giving me Superman the Animated Series vibes. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, man. man, there's just so much. I mean, it's just like, what? It's like every little thing right here. We got a 10-second clip. And I'm going, yep, there's this right here, too.
Good gosh. Post the story, fast.
Yep, there you go. Superman lifting things or holding down things right there. So, and Perry White is in there saying the story. We're going to get some serious Perry White action, that's for sure. Cool. And that's pretty much it when it comes to all that. But yes, guys, right now, let's see, let me go through my tweets and show this. But yes, right now, Eric Davis even posted this. I used it for this, and he actually posted a video. Eric Davis, of course, from Fandango, right? It's Fandango that he works for, Rotten Tomatoes and Fandango, yeah. So it's happening. It's happening right now, and I guess, I don't know. I haven't checked. I don't know if you guys have checked, but apparently there are reactions that are going to be coming out for sure. So here we go. We got this. Yep, there's the entrance. Special screening for influencers and, of course, people in the press. So there's his video. Yep, gotta love it. So they're all watching it right now. They're all watching it right now. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't seen. Okay, so nothing's been up yet. I don't know if there's probably. I think the social media embargo is not until the week of, right? Not until that Monday. I think some Monday of the week. So I think like 2 weeks from now, whenever. I think that's when we're actually going to be getting those Superman reactions online. So cool. We'll see. I'm sure obviously when it comes to something like that, you know that they're going to lean positive. Of course, they're going to lean positive. And then, of course, there's going to be people that say, oh, they're paid off. They're doing this. They're doing that. I don't know. Again, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be interesting because, yes, it causes a good word of mouth for sure. But, according to some people, they're getting gift bags full of money. Positive review. Positive review. Positive. You got to give up. It's what they're doing. That's what I heard, at least. Who knows, though? I mean, come on. Come on. All right, where is this at? What the hell? There it is. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do that whole thing. Well, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. James Bond. It's finally happening. We're actually going to have a director that, oh my God, we're going to have a very unique director. A director who has wanted to direct a James Bond movie. And no, that is not Christopher Nolan, which is crazy because I'm wondering, wouldn't it be crazy though if Christopher Nolan gets a shot at it next after we have, of course, Denis Villeneuve is going to direct the next James Bond film. What? Holy crap. Tanya Lapointe, Villeneuve's artist, partner, and wife, will serve as an executive producer. As previously announced, Amy Pascal, and David Heyman will serve as producers. Some of the earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. I grew up watching James Bond with my father. Ever since Dr. No with Sean Connery, I'm a diehard Bond fan. To me, he's sacred territory. I intend to honor the tradition to open the path for many missions to come. This, of course, from Villeneuve. This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly excited for me and a huge honor. Ta-da! That's great. So the next James Bond movie, it's going to be magical. It's going to be crazy. Okay, now, obviously, who's going to be... It ain't going to be Timothée Chalamet. Okay? Ain't going to be fucking Timothée Chalamet. It's going to be the next James Bond. That's for damn sure. But I'm just kind of wondering, so I wonder who's on the radar. Does he have somebody already going around in his brain? Is he already going to pick a name, or is he going to pick somebody who's not quite a name? That's what's going to be interesting about his choice. And then it's going to be interesting how more grounded it's going to feel. Man, I don't know how it could, the last ones were pretty grounded. They didn't go too crazy with all the gadgets and the crazy stories and everything. So that's what's going to be interesting. But I'm just saying, fucking awesome choice for that, of course. But I was kind of like going, oh, really? He's gonna jump? He's gonna jump from the Dune franchise to the Bond franchise? I'm going, man, Denny, make some original stuff. I want to hear some of the original ideas. I want to see some of the original things. But maybe he's got a project in between. This could be far along. This might not start shooting for a while, and he might already have like another project. But then again, he's supposed to be shooting Dune Messiah this summer, so he's going to be working on that. So I'm assuming he's going to go right into James Bond right after this. I don't know. But hey, I'm there, of course, day one. I mean, I'd be there no matter what, but I'm specifically going to be there because he's directing it. All right. Let's talk about... Wait a minute. When does Meg 2.0 come out? Is that also coming out this week? Am I losing my mind here? They never, of course, put the release date. They don't put the release date. Why put the... Let's see. Theaters this Friday, June... Wow, it is. Okay, so I didn't know... See? Shows you that I don't fucking know. Wow, I didn't know Meg 2.0 is actually going to be coming out this week, too. I thought it was all F1, but... All right, let's go to the Devil Fruit site and read a couple of these reviews right here. So currently, right now, it's certified fresh. F1 is 88%. 144 reviews. Yeah, this is the movie I'm definitely going to be seeing tomorrow. Cannot wait. Driven by Brad Pitt's laid-back magnetism and sporting a souped-up engine courtesy of Joseph Kosinski's kinetic energy, F1, the movie brings vintage cool across the finish line. So that's the consensus right there. Whoa, look at the bad ones right off the bat. A compendium of cliches and commercialism as an assault on the ears as well as the brain. But fans of the sport will eat it up, and it's likely to be a big hit, despite it being hokey and predictable. Yeah, I can imagine it being predictable. In a cinematic era, awash from grim dystopias and brooding anti-heroes, F1 is refreshingly earnest. It may run on familiar fuel, but it delivers an unforgettable ride. Is F1 better than Days of Thunder? I suppose so, but A, that is saying more about how legendarily terrible the movie was than about how good this one is, and B, it isn't much better. It's a sports film that demonstrates Kosinski's technical ambition in some racing sequences, but unfortunately, I get the feeling that his narrative loses mileage and stays on the pit lane. Films from the 90s have a distinct fingerprint that engenders a lot of happiness, and F1 has that joy backed into it. Pitt demonstrates his movie star power at every hair-raising turn while leaving enough room for the non-household names to shine. The movie is entirely about the driving and the speed. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't expect anything that deep, to be honest. So that all makes sense. And yeah, I totally didn't think that. I was like, oh yeah, Meg 2.0, that comes out this this movie, yeah, it's kind of in a tough spot. But then again, there'll be some people that goes in. But it's currently at a 67 with 69 reviews, so not too bad, I guess you could say. Let's see, we can look at some of the reviews right here. Like most upgrades, it's full of bugs. This is how you make a camp classic. It's charming and its ability to walk between taking itself too seriously and not seriously enough. This might be the best movie of the summer in one of the few places you will catch most of us rooting for AI. Okay. So, I mean, I was going to catch it, but I was like, oh, I thought it was, for some reason, I thought Meg 2.0 was coming out in August. I thought it was coming out in August, but I saw the first one in the movie theaters because it came out not during, like in the thick of blockbuster season. But hey, that's up to them, not up to me, right? I'll still watch it though when it comes out on video. All right, quickly now. I watched the first episode of Ironheart. I totally forgot. I was like, oh shit, that's right. And I mean, there's more episodes. I think there's 2 or 3 episodes. I watched the first episode of Ironheart, and yeah, this series might not be for me. A very rocky opening. The opening was weird to me. Of course, they were kind of establishing things that are happening with Riri. From Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and all this stuff. But of course, it's gonna piss off the normal people who who think everything's woke. I mean, but they really do go hard with it. I mean, obviously they do. I mean, the first episode showed it. You know, anybody who's white looks ridiculous and is a piece of shit mostly. And then of course, I have the group, the ragtag group that she ends up, is going to end up joining, who actually are bad people. It's a mixed bag of, a lot of things that a lot of the, that side does not like, with the way, they look or act or whatever the hell, it's all that. I don't really give a shit about that stuff. I was just kind of going on like, what's the story? She's very likable. I will say the character is rewritten. I forgot the actress's name who plays it. She's actually really likable. I just think the storytelling kind of sucks because in the way that it's crafted and filmed feels very much Disney Channel. Not full Disney Channel, but it touches Disney Channel. Like it's right there at almost being like a Disney Channel show that we used to watch back in the 90s. It's almost there, but not quite. And I was like, okay, some things are kind of cool and whatever. It's all crazy. I there was like a moment where I was like, oh wow, you guys are really hitting this hard to home, because, well, I mean, I start questioning. I'm like, wait a minute, she's so smart. She's going to MIT. She went to Wakanda. She did all that. I'm like, yet she doesn't have that much money. I mean, come on. Well, she should, right? She's making this technology and giving it to all these students. I don't know. It's just they always like hit that kind of thing when it comes to a character. When it comes to this kind of character, where it's like, okay, yeah, but she lives over here, rough street. I'm like, okay. And then one of like the love interest or whatever, the guy who has like a crush on her, like, why? It was kind of funny because I was like, all right, that was a choice. And I'm not spoiling anything, but like he walks in when she's arguing with her mom and her mom's friends, or kind of not, mainly her mom. He walks into the kitchen and goes, "Hey, black people." And I went, all right, that was a choice for a line, for an entrance. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I guess they were kind of going for a gag there or a laugh there, but I was like, wow, that was actually a line in the movie? I don't know. But still, I might try to give it a shot and see where it goes. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm never going to watch this again. It was just kind of like, this might not be for me, but I'll check out the rest of it. I don't like the way it ends, because the way the first episode ended, it was like, oh, so she creates something, and I'm going, oh. And it just didn't really like it, so. Anyways, it's like... but yeah, that was an actual line that one of the characters says while he enters the room. I mean, the guy was black. Everybody was black, but it was just, why would you say that? I don't think anybody black would actually enter a room and just say, "Hey, black people." I was like, okay. I don't walk into a room with the Pena side and go, "Hey, Mexicans." I don't do that. I don't like, "Hey, Mexicans, what's happening?" I don't. That's, maybe I should. Next time I have a get together with the Pena side, I'm going to walk in the room and be like, "What's up, Mexicans?" Oh. Oh, man. It was just kind of funny when I saw that. I was like, woo, wow, that was definitely a choice with the writing. It was definitely a choice with the writing. But like I said, not all bad. Not all bad. I'm not here to shit on it. I'm just giving my honest review. That's all. Just giving my honest review. All right. Hey, thank you again for the $2 super chat, Mr. Arkham Knight 99. The Mephisto theories can stop finally next week. Ooh, is that what it is? Finally? Am I related to Michael Pena? I keep on trying to prove that I am, so then I could be like, come on, man, hook me up. Put me in the next project you're in. Yeah, be crazy, right? All right, here we go. Questions on Twitter. Eric, hey, Dave, my main thought on Denis kicking off the new Bond is the films are more or less in the same continuity until Casino Royale, and the gritty, realistic Craig reboot culminated in, spoiler alert, his heroic sacrifice. So what if new Bond is not? Yeah, you might be onto something there. I would not be surprised if they decide to do something like that, which I'd be all for, to go back to the 60s and I wouldn't be surprised. I just would not be surprised. I really agree with you, Eric. Lane, Dave, so excited to know that Denis is the helm, obviously the helm at the James Bond. Do you think he'll? Yeah, Greg Fraser. He might, if he can get Greg Fraser to shoot this goddamn thing. That would. You get a top-notch director, top-notch cinematographer. We might be in for something special. Darkness Under the Wind. Dave, question 1: with Saffron revealing Lex will have a big presence after Superman in the DCU, do you think he'll be the villain of the first Justice League movie and be the big bad of the second saga, becoming president? I would not be surprised if Gunn has an idea for having Lex Luthor be president in his universe. I don't think he'll be the big bad of like anything that when it comes to a team up. I don't think that would work. I mean, I think he would. If anything, I would love to, if you guys have seen the episode where Brainiac and Lex Luthor team up, quote unquote, which they don't actually team up. Basically, Brainiac holds Lex Luthor hostage to basically create him a body and everything. If he goes for something like that, that would be pretty sweet. I actually would like that. Question 2, since we still haven't seen or heard Galactus' voice, not only we've seen him, not only are they saving that for Fantastic Four First Steps when it comes out, but subtly hinting he might be the first big bad for the MCU reboot. I mean, it could have something to do with it. I don't know. Devin Wooter, hey Dave, I feel better now. I'm not sick anymore. Well, that's good, man. Glad you're doing better. What is your reaction to Denis Villeneuve directing the new James Bond? Well, I already gave my reaction. I think it's great. What is your prediction for Superman? Box office 175. I don't know if it's going to be that high. It started off at 185 domestic. This is domestic. And then it went down. They said low as 95. THR said 135. I don't know. Like I said, I don't pay attention to tracking until really the week of. Brennan Vaya. You'll be live from the screening, right? Don't leave us hanging, Dave. Yeah, that's right. I'm in a back room. This is all a green screen behind me. It's not really my setup. I'm actually there at the screening because I'm WB's bitch. DC boy, are you gonna be able to let folks who saw Superman share reactions? Yeah, it's not happening to the 7th, like RJ said right there. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And then Joshua G. So Dave, what are the chances we get a teaser for the Odyssey with Jurassic World? Well, there's a rumor out there that it's going to happen, which I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has put something together. Considering previous Nolan films have always released a trailer a year before. Yeah, I think there's a good chance we're going to get that little teaser in front of Jurassic World because it's perfect. It's Universal. Why not start doing that? I think that's actually a great choice. Wow, Justice League Animated stole the communication. Everything's stealing. Yeah, hopefully that. Unless Lex creates the Injustice League. That'd be interesting. I don't know. There's like a lot of things when it comes to that, but yeah, so I haven't seen anything. Yeah, like I said, the embargo for social media reactions that's not till the 7th, which is the week of. So nobody's going to be releasing any kind of reactions. I'm sure maybe there'll be some teasing of reactions from, somebody like Mr. Let's Go! You know who I'm talking about. He's there. He's there. That guy's there, but, good old Dave the Film Junkie is in his room talking to you guys, sipping wine. It's okay. I actually prefer to be here. I hate driving out to LA. You guys know I hate that. No, I'm good. I got my ticket. I got my early access ticket. I'm good. I don't need to have any, The last time I saw a movie on the Warner Brothers lot, it was Justice League. So I had a bad experience. So I think I'm okay. So anyways, all right, guys, that's pretty much it. You guys are awesome. We'll do a members-only stream after this, and then, of course, we have DC Fanimated, where we're talking about Batman Beyond. So if you guys want to tune into that, please do so. But, yes, hit that like, thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to a new subscriber, Christina. It's all. Thank you for subscribing if you're watching. But thank you to you guys as well. You guys are great. And look forward to my first reaction to F1 tomorrow. And yeah, seeing it tomorrow at 6:30, so it'll be a late one, but check it out. And I'll see you guys on Friday. We'll talk more about that. We'll talk more Superman. We'll talk more about everything. We'll probably talk some Ironheart when it comes to Vodka Stream, because I'll probably try to watch the rest of the episodes before the Vodka Stream. But all right, guys, members, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Look for the link on your stream, on your thread or whatever the hell. And everybody else, I'll see you guys on Friday. All right, love ya. Talk to you later.